SBA Publications.
Hello, my dear students, how are you all? I hope you're doing fine and you are having fun while doing your literature. Today, we have moved towards the last chapter of our English literature, which is our chapter number 18, and its name is Journey of Dolls. So, let's get started with the reading. Dolls are among the oldest creations of man. Archaeologists have found small dolls of clay, wood, bone, and ivory from graves and other areas which have been excavated. The earliest ones were made from natural objects like sticks and stones. In India, the earliest dolls unearthed from the site of Indus Valley civilization are as old as 5,000 years. So, dolls are the we can say among the oldest creation or the very first creations of man, and it used to be made of stone, sand, clay, or even wood. American Indians made a deity of wood and used it while performing religious ceremonies. Some mothers made dolls of feather and placed them in a cradle and carried the cradle about as though it was a living baby. Dolls of bone, ivory, and mammoth teeth were very popular. These were dressed in hide and fur. So, dolls were even made of mammoth's teeth and ivory. Dolls of cloth, wax, and papier mâche also became popular. Pottery dolls became common with the children of Victorian England. So, of Victorian England, there used to be the dolls of pottery. They had perfect fragile porcelain heads and rich royal clothing. Children also had a Sunday doll which was taken out of its glass case only on Sundays. The doll houses were elaborately set up by furniture, pictures, decoration pieces, window drapes, almost everything required in a luxurious home. So, in a luxurious home, doll houses were used as a decorative item. In Korea, a traditional doll was made out of bamboo pipe and long grass was used to form the hair. This doll was not given any features on the face, but some white powder was rubbed over a small area. So in Korea, there used to be a traditional doll that was made out of bamboo and its hair was made out of grass. And there was no feature on its face. Some of the earliest Russian dolls were made of pine cones and these were clothed with moss cloaks. Another Russian doll is the Matryoshka doll, also known as the Russian nesting doll or a babushka doll. It is a set of dolls of decreasing size placed one inside the other. A set of Matryoshka consists of a wooden which separates top from bottom to reveal a smaller figure of the same sort inside, which has in turn another figure inside it, and so on. The first Russian nested doll set was carved in 1890 by Vasily Zayotskin. The doll set was painted by the folk craft painter Sergei Malyutin, who was inspired by a set of Japanese wooden dolls representing the seven gods of fortune. So these are the histories of dolls of all over the world. The Japanese used dolls for various purposes. A primitive Japanese doll was made of sticks and strings covered with paper clothing. Some dolls were dressed and fed and treated as though alive. So there were some dolls in Japan that were treated as alive. These dolls were given to mothers to ward off evil from their children. Japanese women who desired to have a child presented dolls at the place of worship. The Japanese also have ceremonial dolls for boys and girls. These are not for playing but for simply exhibiting on a specific day. The boys exhibit their warrior dolls on March 3 and the girls on May 5. So these are different kinds of tradition in Japan that include dolls. The use of dolls in religious ceremonies continues till date. Scenes of the birth of Jesus include figures of baby Jesus, Mother Mary, Joseph and the shepherds. These are called crib dolls and are not meant for playing. So there are some dolls which are related with religious ceremonies and they are not used for playing. In northern India, the story of Krishna's birth, Janmashtami, is depicted through clay dolls. In Bihar, the entire story of Shama Chak festival is depicted through clay images. In the southern state of Tamil Nadu and in some parts of Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka, the festival of Navratri is celebrated with the setting up of doll displays, Golu. Women set up decorated planks in a corner of the house. These planks are decorated with dolls and displayed for 10 days. These Navratri dolls are arranged in several tiers, usually 7, 9 or 11. At the end of the festival, the Golu is dismantled and packed up for the next year. In Africa, dolls were treated with magical powers. There was a custom of giving an adult girl a doll which she kept with her till she had her first baby. Then she was given another doll which she kept her till she had her second baby. The West Indians used dolls for performing black magic. So dolls are not only used for playing and for traditional religious ceremonies, but they were also used for black magic. Pins and needles were struck into the bodies of dolls, or they were harmed with the belief that in this process the victim or the enemy would suffer. Some of these dolls were made of wax, while some were made out of carved root, grain, a fruit paper, clay, branches, or simply a piece of cloth stuffed with herbs. Even today, craftsmen in Assam and West Bengal make dolls out of soft stem of plant growing in marshy areas. West Bengal is known for terracotta toys and Rajasthan sells dolls of unbaked clay. Artists of Uttar Pradesh are masters of making brightly painted wooden dolls. Over the years, the materials and mechanism used for making dolls have increased tremendously. Built-in musical boxes and mechanical devices that make dolls walk and talk have changed the way we think of dolls. But probably the first doll was just a bunch of twigs. So this is the history of dolls, and now as we all know, the dolls have become really modern and now they can even walk and speak. Now let's move towards vocabulary. First word is archaeologist. That means a person who studies culture of the past by examining remains of buildings and objects found in the ground. Fragile means very delicate. Mammoth is an animal like a large elephant covered with hair which is now extinct. Primitive is belonging to olden times. Papier mache means a construction material consisting of pieces of paper stuck together using a wet paste. Terracotta is reddish brown clay that is baked. Victorian England is England from 1837 to 1901 when Queen Victoria ruled the country. And marshy means soft and wet land. So that's it for this book, children. Now you have to do this exercise by yourself, and with this our book is completed. I hope you learned a lot from your literature and you liked all the stories and poems. So that's it for now. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.